All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. What is good? What is good? What is good? Everybody, of course, you know who it is. Yours truly, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic topic for you guys today. Sincerely hope that everybody's having a blessed day. Of course, you already know the good doc is in a good mood. I originally planned this topic a while ago, and I'm now really satisfied that I am able to do this particular topic today. Now, I was hoping that I would have more people in. I was hoping for more people by now because I already know what's going to happen. Everybody's going to ask me to repeat myself with what I say. So all I'm going to have to do, and the best I can tell them, is just to review the video. That's the best I'm going to be able to tell them. I wanted to wait so that I didn't have to repeat myself. It's clear people aren't getting notifications like they're supposed to. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But of course, official time check is about 8:07 in the PM. So that makes it about 9:07 Philippine Standard Time. That makes it about 7 Central Time and about 5 p.m. for everybody repping that West Coast. And I appreciate you being here. And Paul Young, I see you guys in the building. Since you are the first to the class, I appreciate you pupils. And we're going to go ahead and put in this work. And maybe you guys can school the other ones when they actually decide to show up, okay? So without further ado, go ahead and rip this one off like a Band-Aid. But first, I do want to mention that the podcast, the episode 2 of the podcast is going to be coming out tomorrow. I'll leave a link in the community section for you guys to go run over there and check it out for me whenever you guys get a chance. And I would highly appreciate you checking it out for me, all right? I'm going to make sure you guys put a like on the comment section if you guys have already watched the video. And I mean, listen to the podcast, not watch the video. And also, I wanted to make the statement very clear that we are going back to the original format, guys. We are going back to the original format. What do we mean by that? That means all live streams and videos will be reported on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This is the last week that I am going to be doing videos every day. I'm going to go back to the standard format Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Release time about 8 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time. All right, so regardless whether you get a notification or not, come looking for the good doc at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time so that you guys can go ahead and get to it. Now, I had to be fair. I took the poll and I listened to what the people asked for. I got like 57%, and then the other was like 40% or something. So you got to give the people what they asked for. Most people enjoy a schedule, something very easy to follow, and I will be happy to oblige that. I got so many videos that I've done that I really want to put out, but I'm going to go ahead and slow my roll, take my time, and we're definitely going to enjoy. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and rip this one off like a Band-Aid. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into the topic. I see we got about 9 people in. I appreciate all of the pupils making it to the building. I know some of us are late, but it's all good. I do not mark absences. It's better to be late than never. All right, so today's topic, excuse me one second. So with today's topic, guys, we're going to be talking about a topic that I've been needing to discuss for a very long time. Quick travel tips to help save on your next vacation to the Philippines, all right? Today, we're going to be talking about quick tips to help save on your next vacation to the Philippines. Now, I took about 2 or 3 days to do my research on this, a little bit through experiences and what I've learned over my last couple of times traveling to the Philippines, but also some things that I found on the internet. I definitely wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. So what I came across first that I thought was very interesting as far as traveling to the Philippines is a lot of us as men, we are normally worried about how much the ticket prices are going to be. All right. Most of us as men, we are so concerned about, damn, man, the ticket price. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, your ticket price is going to be probably your biggest amount spent while either traveling to the Philippines or even remotely just visiting at all. Okay. So because your travel expenses or your, basically your plane tickets are your most expensive, that's the one thing that many of us are the most concerned about. I hope you guys pardon me. Seems like I got a little cold coming, so if I talk a little funny, my apologies in advance. But a lot of people ask me, Dr. Mike, when is the best time to travel to the Philippines? And, I give them a lot of different answers. I always tell them to avoid the rainy season. Of course, we already know the time frame around the rainy season. I think that's about October time through till about June. I can't remember the exact dates. Don't quote me on that. But we say avoid the rainy season. But honestly, as weird as it sounds, if you want cheaper tickets traveling to the Philippines, that would probably be the best time to go. But in doing my research and everything that I found out that the absolute best month, the month that they listed as the best month to travel to the Philippines, is the month of June. And, for us, the month of June is basically summertime for the kids and stuff. Of course, being in the school system and stuff like that, I get out for summers too. So that's kind of how I work my schedule when I'm not on full-time vacation in the Philippines. I kind of, schedule my trips and stuff around the month of June. And what I've noticed is when I'm trying to pick a trip, probably about 2 weeks out, it's very expensive. So I asked Google, I was like, if I'm going to travel to the Philippines in the month of June, how early should I be looking for my tickets? And it told me that if you really want to find the best price traveling to the Philippines through the month of June, you should always look for tickets roughly about 69 days out. So we're looking at about 2 months and 9 days. That's what I was told. And I do believe that that is probably highly accurate. I do believe that that will be beneficial. Maybe two months out will give you a good, fair adjustment. Now, a lot of us, such as myself, I do agree that the end of December, the top of January, probably one of the better times to look for tickets, because that's just after the holiday season and tickets are normally cheaper. So about right now, if you're looking to make a trip to the Philippines soon, probably would be your best time to look for tickets, especially because the holiday season is over, the rush is over, and they're still going to be looking to get people to buy tickets. So, without further ado, I just wanted to give you a quick synopsis on the best time to travel to the Philippines according to online. And then I also wanted to let you guys know that about 69 days out or so, they said is the best time to look to book your ticket. Now, when you're traveling to the Philippines, your second biggest budget that you'll probably spend is on a place to stay. All right. Now, we've all been concerned about where we gonna stay and all of that stuff like that. And I'm sorry, let me back up real quick. The cheapest places to buy tickets that I know of, cheapoair.com. That's CHEAPO air, AIR.com. Google Flights gives you some good estimates, and also Skyscanner. Those are the best websites that I know of so far that really do deliver on good quality ticket pricing. And I mean, I booked tickets last minute that were really supposed to be expensive, and there was like one promo that luckily showed up. So with these sites, you can pick the best price, you can pick the the best price, and you can also pick the least amount of hours traveled, and then of course the cheap price. I mean, it goes 100 different ways on these websites, so it does definitely work for you guys. If you got a lot of money and you're looking to book now when you want to get to the Philippines quicker, you can get some direct flights at the best price that they could possibly offer. If you're a person such as myself, you're a little on the cheap end and you want to try to get around as quickly as you can, and you don't mind a couple of layovers here and there, I mean, you can't mind it if you're really going to try to look for best pricing, then you can find prices like that online as well. All right. So like I said, the best sites that you can refer to for as far as places to live or places to stay while in the Philippines, I think Airbnb, Agoda, these are the places that I would look towards when trying to find a place to go. And ironically, on Airbnb and also on Agoda, they do actually list hotel prices as well. So it's not like you're going to go on these sites and you're going to be booking condos all of the time. If you're not a condo guy, if that's not your thing, you can definitely find apartments there. You can definitely find hotels there to, you know, be able to book your trip relatively easily. Again, guys, once I get my thoughts out, I'm going to run to the chat real quick. Now, when you're booking these apartments and places to live, you have to understand the cheapest areas to stay in your particular area. Now, normally the cheapest areas are going to be probably just a shade outside of the city limits. You know, that's where you're going to get the cheaper prices. But if you're okay with, you know, spending a little bit of extra money per month or per day, you can find you a nice little place in the inner city. I've noticed that the average price, I did my research on this, guys. The average price of Airbnb rentals in Manila, Philippines is $45 per night. That's average. 297 rentals are cheaper than $50 per night. 90 rentals are between $50 and $100, and 18 rentals are $100 or more on average, okay? So you can get a fair price. $45 per night is the average amount spent. We're looking at roughly a shade over 2,000 pesos. And for Manila prices, they range as low as $17 and as high as $69 a night. The most expensive areas we already know include Eastwood, Makati, and Bonifacio Global City. The mid-range and low would be Pasig, Pasay, Ermita Malate, and Caloocan. Those are some very cheap. Those are some cheaper areas that you guys can actually look to stay in when you're in Manila. With Davao City, Davao City is pretty much all cheap wherever you go, with the exception of the Marco Polo. Marco Polo is a very, very expensive hotel. They do have some expensive 4- and 5-star hotels there, but of course you can find some hotels that are as low as $500 per night, 500 pesos, I'm sorry, per night, which is roughly $10 per night. And you guys saw the video that I made, and if you didn't, you need to go check that one out immediately so you could get a gist of what a 500 peso room looks like. All right. There is also a site, guys, that I could recommend you go to. There is also a site that I highly recommend you guys check out. This is a title of a video. I mean, I'm sorry, not a title of a video, but a title of a, how can I say this? An article on a website. It's called One Trip 101. If you guys check this out, On Trip, is it On Trip? Trip 101. They list an article titled The 13 Most Affordable Airbnb Vacation Rentals in Cebu. If you're looking to find a place in Cebu, they have a whole site that lists the 13 most affordable places in the Cebu area. And I highly recommend you check that out if you're definitely looking to travel to the Cebu area. With Davao City, they have the Davao Online, like I told you guys before in the video. Airbnb lists some pretty decent rentals as well. I've seen bed spaces. They're more or less rooms, not apartments, that were like $10 a night. So basically, you could actually rent out a room in somebody's house on Airbnb. And you can stay there for like $10 or $11 a day. You just have a room and you might have a bathroom to yourself. But again, you're in a house with other people. So you definitely need to take that into consideration. If you are a minimalist by trade and you're not really wanting to spend a lot of money, you could live in somebody else's houses. I'm not even comfortable with that. Again, I'm a cheap bastard. You guys know me better than that. But I'm not that cheap. I'm going to need a space where I can, hang out and enjoy myself and, do what I want to. So for that, you'll probably spend 15 to about 17 USD per night on the low end in Davao City. All right. For my foreigners interested in hitting up the clubs and stuff like that, because I know there are going to be quite a few of you who come to the country and want to go straight to the club, okay? Just in case you don't know, and I hate to talk about it because you know I don't condone this type of behavior, but if you are looking to go to the clubs and, you know, settle in with the young lady of the night, you can expect to spend anywhere between 3,000, 3,500 up to 5,000 on the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to paying for the company of a female or another companion. Okay, so for all of my for all of those types of foreigners that love to travel to the country looking to, you know, casually hook up, like I said, man, it's your prerogative. You're going to do what you want to do anyways, but just expect to spend on a per night or per rental basis anywhere between 3,000, 3,500, and then probably about 5,000 pesos. We're looking at about $75 to about 100 USD for companion for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if that's your thing, I'm not one to judge. You do as you wish and you do as you please. But as a man, you got to want to shoot a little bit higher for yourself. I'll always tell you that just tongue in cheek. But at the end of the day, this video was basically some quick travel tips to help save on your next vacation to the Philippines. Again, like I said, your biggest expenses aside from extracurricular activity will be hotels or, you know, rentals, and it will also be airfare. Again, I think Cheapo Air, Skyscanner, Google Flights, places like that, they list the best prices from a whole bunch of different sites so that you can get a gist of the idea of what kind of ticket prices you're looking at. Best time to look is about 69 days out from your trip, but most of us have always looked for our tickets around this time of the month, around January, just after the holidays are over, because normally ticket prices are relatively cheaper. And then as far as, like I said, finding a place to stay, Airbnb, Agoda, they are the top places to check out. They're not only for apartment rentals, they also are there for hotel rentals as well, in whatever area you're choosing to stay in. And I do believe that that will be to your benefit. You know, make sure you check it out. Definitely make sure that you come ready to spend a little bit of money. Again, and this is if you're a if you're like a spontaneous type person and you're looking to jump from like maybe a space to a space, or, you know, maybe this island or that island, you know, expect to pay out of pocket because you're doing things on a last minute basis. Now, when it comes to the Airbnb, this is a huge FYI, okay? This is very, very big and very, 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 very important when it comes to Airbnb. If you're looking to stay in a space for a extended period of time, you need to start looking for that space right now. If you're planning to travel hypothetically in the month of June, you better start looking right now, or you should have started looking for a place to stay as early as late last year, October, November of last year. Summertime, people really, really come to the city. There's a lot of you know, stuff going on in the Philippines around the month of June. So there is a lot of travel coming to the country. And I can almost guarantee you that you will not be able to set aside a full month, especially on Airbnb, if you try to book like right now. I was online looking, trying to help a friend find an apartment, and he was looking for a full month stay. And the earliest he could get a full month stay in right now was like September or October. And that's because nobody's traveling or nobody's looking to come into the country about that time. So I say that to say this, man, when you got to plan in advance for your trip, you know, that's where you're going to save the majority of your money, when you plan in advance for your trip. You know, put a down payment on it. I mean, with Airbnb, it's like really awesome, guys, because you don't have to pay the full price up front. You can pay half and then half before you get there. You know, it depends. So if you don't have the full amount up front, you could definitely, you know, do a little payment plan on that. So especially when your trips are planned early enough in advance. And with that being said, I've covered everything that I wanted to in this particular live stream as far as what I wanted to say personally. I'm gonna go ahead and run to the chat. My apologies, guys. The good doc is under the weather. He needs to go to the doctor probably, but it's all good. Just a little bit of a cold. and we're going to make it happen. We're going to muddle through this one. We're going to make it happen. Teamwork made the dream work. Like I said, I see we got 21 individuals watching. I appreciate all 21 of you coming in and showing some love to the good doc today. If you guys go ahead and get the likes up for me, I would highly appreciate that. 21 in, let's at least get 20 likes out of this one. Let's get about 20. And as we grow, if the numbers tend to increase, we'll definitely increase the likes. So whether you are on your way in or on your way out, the good doc would highly appreciate you guys getting the likes up on this particular video. Of course, if you guys want to support the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of your time with him today, now and then. And also, guys, don't forget about the podcast. That's going to be coming out tomorrow, episode 2 on Anchor. We're going to put that one out tomorrow. I will put the link in the community section in the early part of the morning, maybe even later on this Friday evening, your time in the US, so that you guys can go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, I think it's time for me to run to the chat and say what's up to my people. I see my man Paul Young. I shouted you out earlier, brother. Appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you being here. The top of the class, you students coming in early. Agnostics Adam, what's good with you? Terry Edwards, I see you. My man Derek says, I'm interested because I'm booking my flight tonight. Okay, Derek, what I need to know is if you're booking your flight tonight, when are you actually planning to travel? That would be good, because like I said, they stated that 69 days out, 2 months and 9 days out before your trip, that's the best time to book a ticket. Eyes on, I see you, Playboy. Thank you for being here. The poll was not every day that one, was it? Did I read that wrong, guys? Was it every day that one, or was it hold on, I'm about to check that out right now, because I think if I read that correctly, because I got it on my phone. Y'all know I don't play. Everyday loss, eyes on. It's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It got 58%, and post often or post every day got 42% of the votes. And I do want to thank all of you guys for participating. For those that did, that really gave me an idea of what you guys were looking for in reference to my post dates. So that's what's good. Byron, you know you're going to support, boy. Don't be playing with me. You better go over there and get that. You better go over there and check that podcast out. My man Dub C in the building. What's going on? That is a great tip, man. The best tip is if you can have somebody pay for you. Alan, what's going on, Alan? He says January, March is too hot, June is too hot. Okay. Oahu Dude said, go now. U.S. exchange rates are great. 52.18 peso to the dollar. Yep, you can't beat that. That's actually pretty slick, man. I can do those numbers. I expect more numbers. You know, I hope we could do a little better than that. We did 54 at one time when I first got here, so we can get that back. My man Tim H, what's good with you? Oahu Dude says May and June, too damn hot. Rainy season starts around July. Derek, see, Derek, me and you, we are on the same page. You know, this is why I can't really complain so much about plane tickets. Everybody's telling me, oh man, you could get tickets for this price, you could get tickets for that price. So what I need to do personally, what I would recommend you guys do in reference to traveling to the Philippines, in reference to getting your cheaper flights, find a way to fly out of your major international hubs. California, I'm trying to get to LAX, man. If I can get to LAX on a cheap flight, that will be a dream come true. Because I can get a ticket flying out of there for like $400 or $500, you dig? So that will make my expenses far on the low end. But as far as me looking for tickets as we speak right now, I'm looking at least $1,200. Like if I wanted to fly to the Philippines, like from right where I am now, like from flying out, looking at tickets today, trying to fly here to the Philippines from like the end of May, early part of June, $1,200. And again, like I said, I would be flying out of Raleigh-Durham International Airport in North Carolina. I would have to fly to a major hub. That major hub will take me out. So I'm still not going to come up any better. Like I said, $1,200. And you know what? That's $1,200 one way. That's not even $1,200 back and forth. So you can only imagine I'm going to be trying to trick out probably $2,000. And a lot of people be like, that's too much. That's too much. I say, yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to find my way to. That's why if I'm going to fly out of fly out of the U.S., find your way to your major hubs. LAX. They said Chicago, but Chicago wasn't giving me any really good ticket numbers at all. So again, quick travel tip: plan ahead of time. Find a way to get to these major hubs. That would be is find a cheap ticket to fly to a major hub, and you'll be good to go. Unless you're like my man Dubsy, and you just get somebody to pay for the trip for you. Rain Man, what's going on? Get lost. I see you. Oahu says, be warned, this typhoon season 2, especially cities exposed to Pacific Ocean, Lake Samar and Leyte. Yeah, they do have some bad weather in the Philippines, especially in those areas closer to the water. My man said he found a ticket for $9.18 on Cheapo Air. Cheapo Air is really dope. And Alan, I don't know where your friend was looking or when he was looking, but to find a round trip ticket for $400, that is absolutely amazing, bro. I mean, those tickets exist. I know somebody who got like a round trip ticket for like $560. I've never come across those numbers, but I would be interested to know where he was flying out of, because again, it had to be a major hub that allowed him to find such a ticket at such a price. My man Dubsy says Skyscanner is good. I do like Skyscanner. I booked through Skyscanner one time before. He says, remember to use incognito because your search is logged. Prices will raise. That is true. A lot of people don't know this, and it's weird, but I figured it out a long time ago. Whenever you're doing your searches, if it's not incognito, I just realized this recently, though. Every time you come through and look for ticket prices, the ticket prices are likely going to raise. And that is because they know that you are looking for, flights to travel, especially when you're coming to a site consistently. And yes, that is some fellow traveler. You're right, man. That is a great point. Oahu says, if you're on a tight budget, stay away from BGC and Angeles Tube because the bars can get expensive. Yes. Eastwood have some very nice condos, but you can expect to spend some pretty good pricing for those particular condos. Oahu says Marco Polo is great, but will set you back about $3,000 a month, and that's that's probably on the cheaper end of the hotel spectrum of what you have going into that particular hotel. Roughly about $100 a night. Yeah, about 4,000 pesos per night on average. My man Malcolm in the building. What's going on, Malcolm? Shout out to you, brother, man. Thanks for posting the t-shirt on Instagram. If you're not following Malcolm on Instagram, you follow him over there, and he'll definitely give you guys a good look on the t-shirt game and whatnot. But I appreciate you, fam, for looking out for the good doc on that one. My man Andy's in the building. What's going on, family? Malcolm says, well, I would say that some sites or apps have where if you buy your hotel with flights, you can save so much. I've never tried that. I thought about it, but I still always thought that I would come out horrible, come out on the bad end. Unfortunately, Andy, a lot of people weren't getting notifications, man. I sat on here for like 5-10 minutes with like 3 people. Shout out to my 2 or 3 people who showed up early enough. Sometimes the notifications don't come through, and I don't know why. Good old YouTube, guys. Good old YouTube. Fellow traveler says, I tried that room rental in someone's house in Cebu. It was fine until the roommate came out in his boxers. Yeah, that's when the trip kind of goes sideways. Like I said, you can rent rooms inside of people's houses in the Philippines, but again, that's for your minimalist by nature individuals. If you're a minimalist, do your thing, but just be, realize that you're in a communal type setup. So you're basically where everybody can see you and, you can see everybody. My man Malcolm says, I don't understand blowing a couple extra $100 on the ticket. If I can avoid it, I would at all costs. But if I'm really desperate to go and I need to go, I'll make it happen one way or another. My man Trent says, what's good with you, Playboy? Appreciate you being here. Oahu says, I made a mistake on Airbnb. You need to make sure it's the entire apartment. Yes, that is a huge thing. That's a little thing that people don't know. Like in Davao, more specifically, if you see it priced at like $10 or $11, you're like, wow. But if you don't read the description, it'll tell you it's a room. It'll tell you it is a room. And that means you're renting a room out of somebody else's space. So you got to be careful with that. Gotta be careful with that shared room stuff, man. Yes, Malcolm. Marco Polo can be very, very expensive, but there are places that could cost you more. Oahudu says, when in Angeles, stay away from Fields Avenue. It's a tourist trap, expensive, and where all the ugly girls are. Go to bars in the friendship area and go early. Okay, that's a good little tidbit of information for my guys looking to partake in such activities. My man Malcolm says, I have the Hopper app and use a website called bookit.com. I'll check that one out too. Again, guys, if you have any travel tips, by all means, please feel free to share. I just wanted to give my tidbit of information about what I found as far as, booking online and stuff like that and finding places to stay. I think that is very, very helpful for us foreigners looking to make those quick trips to the Philippines, no doubt. I know I'm behind in the chat, guys. I'll make it happen. Don't worry about it. My man Andy said he was talking to HT about buying a ticket there to see his girl. He said the pressure is on. Got to see your opinion on hotels for a 2-week stay. It depends on what area your girl lives in. Like I told you, here in Davao City, you can find a hotel room, a pretty decent hotel room for like $10 a night, 500 pesos per night. So for 2 weeks, you're looking at roughly about 7,500 excuse me, pesos, which is roughly about 150 USD. And that's not bad at all. But again, it's a space for you and just big enough for you to lay your head and have some fun. You'll be doing a lot of eating out, no place for you to cook and stuff like that. That's all. My man Oahudu says you gotta save money you save your money by eating like a Filipino and eating in the carinderias and barbecues and the street food and stuff like that. Jollibee is not everybody's cup of tea, bro. Jollibee is not for everybody. I will admit, those yum burgers are probably not yummy to a lot of people. I will tell you that. And I don't know what kind of meat they use. I got used to it because I ate it a lot. But, yeah, I don't recommend it for your average. That stuff could probably make you sick. My man, MMA fan, what's going on with you, brother? Appreciate you being here. Malcolm says he'll book his ticket next month for April. That's good. That's roughly about 2 months out. No doubt. MA, what's going on, brother? My man Davante says 3 days, Doc, and I'll be in Sabuti land. Oh, man, I know you can't wait, bro. I bet you really are cheesing like that, ain't you, man? You cheesing exactly like your emoji is. I can tell. My man Smooth says, where can I find the best ticket prices? Like I said, I use Cheapo Air. I mean, I look on Cheapo Air, Google Flights, and Skyscanner. My man Philippine. What's going on, Jerry? Jerry says, "Oh, shout out to my man Smooth Wrist. I got you." He says Eva Air in February, round trip from Chicago. Okay, so you can look on Eva Air too. Like I said, if you don't live in those particular areas, it can be hard for you to find a flight getting to where you need to get to, and it could be expensive just flying there too. It doesn't really matter exactly where those places are. Malcolm, man, good luck to you and JFK, man. It's unforgiving as hell. My man Jerry says you got to buy 6 months out to get a good deal. He believes 6 months out, and I do agree. The earlier you can get it, the better. But my thing is, with a lot of traveling and stuff like that, what I've noticed, which is absolutely horrible, is if you book that ticket out in advance and you don't use it, or you can't change the prices. Like with Cheapo Air, Skyscanner, and those types of websites, I remember a friend had an issue with the flight and he couldn't change it. He wanted to stay longer, but he could not change it. Once you book that flight, it's almost as if you're committed to it, for sure. It is almost as if you are committed to the flight. My man, Bahudu says move to Hawaii, closer to the Philippines. Direct flight to Manila can be had for 800. And to be honest, man, 800 is a really good flight. That's actually a really good price. It sounds weird, but that's a pretty good flight. That's a pretty good price for sure. Like I said, man, I need to do LAX. I think LAX is gonna work for me. My man Jaws in the building. Hey, brother, I got you on those videos later, man. Don't worry about it. I got you. I didn't get a chance because I came on live, but yeah. Devontae says 1,200 one way. I'd have to put a needle in my arm to cough up that money. Like I said, man, see, the thing is with me is when I'm in the US, I save year round. I don't do nothing. For those of you who follow the channel, for those of you who've been around forever, like when I was in the States, you guys remember, I told you, man, I used to do lives. I didn't go out, didn't drink, didn't party here in the US. I saved all of my money specifically for my trip. So for me to cough up 1,200 USD, yeah, it hurts. But at the end of the day, that's what I was saving it for anyways. You know, I know that the majority of my money is going to be spent on flights and accommodations. Everybody should already know that the majority of the money you spend is going to be on flights and accommodations. So for me to cough up 1,200, I'll just have to take the L. You feel me? So Malcolm says flying out of JFK is cheap. I might try to see what we can make happen over there. My man World Traveler, what's going on, brother? Fellow Traveler says TSA is questionable now with the government shutdown. That's true. He said he paid $279 for a ticket and only 1 to 3 hour layover in Chi-Town. That's not bad, man. Y'all know how to find the deals, man. I'm still working on that part. I mean, I've got everything down pat in the country, but trying to get to the country, I've come to a couple of stumbling blocks in my day. I will admit I've stumbled a little bit and coughed up some cash, only because where I fly out of is North Carolina, and it's not really a place that's nearby anything. Like, yeah, I can get a flight from Chicago to here, but not only do you have to get the flight, you got to make sure that the connection is a good one. You know, you got to make sure that, you know, you can arrive in enough time to connect to an international flight. You sure enough don't want to be sitting around the airport all day if you don't have to. So it's all about timing and planning, and hopefully there's no delays in one flight to keep you from missing the other, you know, because there's no getting around that. So, you know, it's a lot to think about for sure. Eyes on, you're right, man. The low price tickets are cramped seating, but I'm willing to take the uncomfortness, if that's even a word, to make it happen. If I got to be uncomfortable for a 14-hour flight to enjoy my vacation, I'll take that L any day, for sure. Oh, yeah, Malcolm. Most flights that are that cheap have layovers, and if you don't plan on staying in the country for long, that's going to suck. My man said, Jaws says, the TSA pre-check with it. He said, yes, you get a TSA pre-check with it, and then when you come back to the country, you can use the kiosk for customs instead of waiting in the lines. Okay, that's cool. My man, Fellow Traveler, said he paid $650 round trip from Florida to Manila. I wonder if we can find those types of prices now. I would definitely be looking for something like that. But if I was going to fly, I would have to fly all the way from North Carolina down to Florida, back up to the Philippines. That seems like way out the way for sure. My man Jerry says, always clean your browser before you look for flights. These sites put cookies on your PC to track your movement to their sites and will raise prices if you have been to their sites before. Very true. I shout out to my boy World Traveler, man. I don't know if I hit him up. I saw you, my man, in the building. I hope I gave him some love. But if not, you getting it right now, fam. My man Reginald in the building. What's going on, brother, man? Like I said, I appreciate the support. He says, what's up, Dr. Mike? Can you still travel to Manila? Yes, of course I can. I can travel to Manila anytime I want to, as long as I'm in the country. But when I'm outside of the country, yeah, I'm not going to fly as often to Manila as like you can when you're in the country for sure. My man Cap Spalding in the building. What's going on? He says, if you live in a major hub like I do, flights are much cheaper. Yes. Unfortunately, I have to find my way to the major hubs, which really suck. That shit is horrible. Oh, Wahoo, dude. Only you would be talking about that right now. Yes, I know sharing an Airbnb apartment with anybody can suck. But if it is a female companion that you're traveling with, I believe that is slim to none, slim to impossible, but maybe possible. Then you'll be in luck. All right. My man Derek says 2,000 is too high. Take the Greyhound from NC to NY, then a taxi to the airport. Like I said, man, I know, man. It could get as high as that. It's the truth. I know. Like I said, that's the one thing. I can figure out everything in the country, but sometimes getting to the country is like your biggest problem. Biggest problem for me. My man Oahu says, when in bars, stay away from buying ping pong balls from the ring and from ringing the bell. Only newbies do this. Yeah, they have no idea what they're doing, but just stay away from it, please. Derek, you should have booked that ticket 3 weeks ago, bro. You playing around, cuz. Man, you don't sleep on no prices like that, man. You just don't sleep on it. You don't sleep on it. So Eyes On says ASAP.com is pretty good. That's definitely something to look into. You're leaving February 22 and coming back March 3rd. All right, let's do a little week-long vacation. That's good. Yeah, let me just read these comments real quick. Yeah, what's going on, man? I see my man Rob in the building. What's going on? Make sure you guys subscribe to Rob's channel. I appreciate you coming through and showing some love. I'm behind, bro. Y'all just gonna have to deal with me right now. Derek says he don't like the $65 taxi. I don't ride taxis, bro. I'd rather walk. I'm hoping that's why I don't do Greyhounds and all of that extra stuff, man. Because I feel like by doing that, I might as well should have just took the flight instead. You know, because I'm gonna end up spending one way or another. Oahu dude said, mentioned previously many times, but get a Charles Schwab debit card for unlimited reimbursements on ATM charges. Yes, guys, if you do plan on using your cards in the country, please, 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 please make sure that you aren't taking a lot of losses, especially when it comes to the ATM fees. They love to get you on those ATM fees, guys. $5 here, $5 there, 250 pesos. That stuff adds up. So make sure that you are looking and paying attention to the ATM fees. And if you are a person that frequently withdraws, if you can't do one withdrawal and that lasts you the whole month, or you have to withdraw 3 or 4 times in a week or something like that, the money you lose will hurt you. Luckily, like I said, I'm linked with the USAA myself. So they reimburse me automatic. I think I'm reimbursed. As far as I know, I think the reimbursement for where I bank at is usually up to your first 10 transactions a month. So I can withdraw 10 transactions a month and they'll reimburse me for all of it if I used all 10. You know, but if I go over that, then they won't reimburse me. Something like that. Or they'll start to charge me. Something to that effect. My man Jaws says, right about JFK. That's why I want to use Cathay Pacific because they participate in TSA pre-check. Hey, Lizzie, how you doing, baby? Much love to you. My man Road Traveler says, flights on Philippine Airlines from LAX round trip are cheaper for March departures. Okay, good to know. I fly economy, bro. I'm sorry. I'm an economy guy. When I'm flying out of the US, I'll take the uncomfort for a little bit. Fellow traveler, I know. That's why when I travel, I don't travel a lot. And when I do, I don't. Actually, to be honest with you, that particular flight, when I flew out, it was booked maybe 2 weeks in advance. That was my fault. I'll take that one. I'll take that. I'll have to take the L because I wanted the trip and that's what happened. But yes, Reggie, I'm trying LAX, man. That's my next flight out. If I'm going to fly out of the US ever again, it's going to be through LAX for sure. Malcolm says, "What's your worst airport nightmares?" Yeah, being stuck inside of an airport and not knowing when you're going to fly out. Because all that's doing is cutting into your vacation time. And that's a huge no-no for me. My man Rob in the building, what's going on? He says you can actually save a couple of $100 flying into Manila instead of Clark. The only inconvenience is navigating horrible Manila traffic to catch the flight back. Oh, okay, you mean flying into Clark Air Force Base. Okay, I feel you. My man Jerry says the economy seating on AirAsia airlines are not cramped at all. Korean Air, Asiana, and Ava Air are the ones I would recommend. Okay, fellow traveler says if you don't mind flying with Koreans, they are more rude than Chinese. Yeah, I've heard some pretty interesting things. Wahoo says make sure you have the Grab app. Yes, always. That Grab app is definitely going to help you when you are ready to touch down, no doubt. My man MD in the building. What's going on, family? Rob says Cathay Pacific is very nice, but has gotten a bit expensive because they won some airline award. And that's what happens, man. They mark up prices because they are the top brand or the brand to go to. So you got to be careful. I mean, some of these airlines, they'll cheat you, but just like my man says, just because the prices are cheap, it does not mean that they are low quality seats or low quality tickets. Sometimes you just catch them at the right place and at the right time. Best way for me to put it, no doubt. Yes, Captain Spaulding, I came through Taipei. When I came to the Philippines, I came through Taipei. And Taipei is beautiful. I love their little airport, man. I really do. Oahu says mobile Wi-Fi was around 1,000 pesos for 2 hours of YouTube. And you have to continue buying load at the store. Ooh, it's too much work. Better make sure that those layovers aren't too long, man. My man MD says Korean Air is not a bad airlines. I've flown with them and it was pretty good. All right. But yes, man, my favorite place to transfer is Taiwan. I love Taipei. Taipei is dope. I love the airport. I mean, it's a friendly group of people. I never really had any issues or static when I fly through Taipei as a layover coming to the Philippines. I really, really I read the brochure, like some of that stuff that they have trying to promote the city, and it really does look like a beautiful place. So maybe if I'm ever traveling through again, I would definitely want to probably try to schedule a layover. I think that would be pretty cool. A layover in Taipei, I think that would serve me correct. All right, guys, with that being said, we do have 29 individuals watching. I appreciate all 29 of you coming through, showing some love to the good doc today. Guys, got to make sure you get the likes up. I would highly appreciate that. 29 in, I need somebody to give me a quick like counter. I need to see how many likes we have. That would make me highly appreciative. If you haven't like before you come in or on your way out. If you want to support the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through, spend just a little bit of time with him today. Now and then. Give me a minute. I got to take a drink. What? I know this is a joke, right? 15 likes. Damn, man, y'all making me work and I'm sick. Y'all ain't even got no sympathy likes over here. The good doc can't even get any sympathy likes. I'm over here trying to deliver a show when I'm half dead over here. Your boy losing all his energy and y'all trying to make me work hard. All right. I see it. But again, guys, like I said previously before, we are discussing quick travel tips to help save on your next vacation to the Philippines. I think this is something we can all benefit from. I previously thought of this topic probably a few weeks ago, but I realized that there was no better time than right now to deliver this particular message, simply because it is the month of January, and I do believe that January is the time when people are starting to make their travel moves. You know, you're starting to get a plan together. And if you don't already have one, you know, you're starting to develop it. So you need to go ahead and start looking at tickets right now. But remember, the incognito button is your best friend. I repeat, the incognito button will always be your best friend, okay? Because you don't want people cookieing your shit and, you know, trying to keep you from, you know, getting the best possible numbers that you can on your flights. All right. So just scrolling through and see what we got going on. Okay, we got 21. That's dope. All right, 21. I can live with that. I can live with that. See, Oahu dude, I do believe you when you tell me that Vietnam is way cheaper. The problem is there are so many other sacrifices that you're going to have to make. It seems like it's a how can I say this? You know, it's a tussle. You understand? It's like, damn, I would love to go to to Vietnam. I want to stay here, but there's a lot that you have to overcome. If you don't know the language, you're basically screwed. Trying to entertain and talk to people, trying to get information, unless you have a tour guide that can help you translate and stuff like that, that could really make for a horrible situation. With that being said, I can also recommend getting somebody here in the Philippines to help you around. If you don't have a companion that can, you know, help you, you know, try to find somebody that can help you, because these people will help you save money. You understand? If it's somebody that you can genuinely trust, you feel like you can genuinely trust, they'll show you the places to go. Most of them already know. And if they don't know, what they will do is they will find somebody who does know, and then they'll pass you on the information. They don't have to join you everywhere that you go unless you want to. I recommend just giving them, you know, a chance to, you know, show you around. I think Manila is probably one of the worst areas traffic-wise to go to, but you know, it serves its purpose. It's the city. It's the melting pot. So you already know what you're going to get when you go to Manila. It is the Philippines version of New York, you know, and I guess BGC is like Manhattan, you know. It's definitely like, you know, that glorious, lustrous area that everybody goes to and everybody shops in. So you can recommend there are going to be some people hitting up that particular area, no doubt. Oh, Rob, he said, I seen your video on Moderna and their preference. Any idea how one can equal the playing field when presented with such obstacles? Aside from money, shit, and appearance and personal fitness help. Yes, of course. You know what's weird? Here's the weird thing about it in that particular situation and instance. If you notice, you know, most of the Filipinas, I don't care what skin complexion they are, their favorite athletes are black. You know, they like their LeBrons and they like their Kobe Bryants and stuff like that. But yet and still, it's almost as if they're saying, yeah, I like them, but I won't date them. You feel me? It's kind of how that is. But you're right, though. Personal appearance, how, you know, fit, you know, that definitely plays a role. Always. Personal appearance, period. You can be a little overweight, slightly chubby, and you can still do well as long as you're well groomed and presentable. That's actually really easy to do. It can be hard at times in the Philippines because you sweat like a slave, but aside from that, you know, being presentable doesn't mean that you got to show up in a suit and tie. All you got to do is just make sure there ain't no holes in your shirt, make sure you ain't got food all over your shirt, make sure you're not looking sloppy, and you'll do relatively fine there. So yes, I do agree with you, man. Personal appearance plays a major role. It does, overall. Oahu Dude says, yes, I have spent several days without having a conversation here. I think, Oahu Dude, it's interesting because you say Vietnam is a cheap place, but I feel like I feel like how can I say this? I feel like you're sacrificing loneliness, you know, and that's being real. I feel like, yeah, it may be cheap here, but I'm lonely here, you know? That kind of sucks. And what I would recommend for you is, I don't know where you could find this. Maybe you can find some of the teachers that teach at some of these schools that teach English to the kids. Maybe that'll be like your way in, like a group of people for you to hang out with. Hopefully they'll have some locals that are really good with English, something to help put you on the right path and, you know, help you get around. That would be my recommendation. I know a lot of people out there that teach English in Vietnam. I'm not sure of the areas they teach in, but, you know, I would reach out to some of the people at those schools, man. I think that would be something I would try to do if I ever touched down in Vietnam. I would reach out to somebody, reach out to people at the school, through email or whatever I can do to contact them and tell them, look, man, I'm just coming through. You know, I would love to be like a pen pal buddy or whatever it may be. I know you don't want to come off crazy, freakish and shit. You know, you don't want to seem like a weirdo, but, you know, somebody that can help you know the country a little bit, you know, especially since they probably been there for a while, number one, and number two, they may know enough of the language to help you get by, unless they are actually fluent in the language in Vietnam, which I do not know what it is. All right, guys, I got to get comfortable. Hold on. Rain Man says, trust nobody. Much. Yeah, sometimes you just got to be careful and skeptical of everybody. My man, Davante said, Vietnam was more expensive than Thailand to me. I hope that the Philippines is not more expensive than Thailand. It is. I've heard that. Davante, just be ready to spend some money, okay? And it's cheap. It's cheap in the Philippines. Don't get me wrong, but just be ready to spend money. I have heard. My best friend, somebody who would never lie to me, told me how expensive it was for him. And he said it's very, very expensive in comparison to Thailand. Thailand is so cheap to him. You know, I'm not saying it's overly expensive. Don't get me wrong, but he does say that Thailand is way cheaper. But Oahu, dude, you're right. It is very cheap. It is easier to get around than the Philippines, no doubt. He said, but the food is not as good. MA says that Vietnam is a cheap and visa-friendly country. Good to know. He said Vietnam visa is a hassle at the airport, though, because it's a bad process. That sucks. That is a horrible way to get the vacation started. That's what I'll tell you. Having to be caught in the airport for a long time. I think in most areas you can get a visa in the airport, my man Jones. I believe that in most areas. All right, Ozone. I'll check out my man's channel. Oahu dude says if you're a black athlete, you won't have to dress nice. Black athletes have natural muscular bodies. And no, I'm not gay. No, that doesn't make you gay. That just makes you understandable to the fact that some guys are really, really well built. That's true. Well, yeah, I believe that that'll keep you occupied while you're in your room. But those lonely nights get crazy boring, man. I think Thailand is definitely a place. It's almost like if you're going to the Philippines, it's almost like your next best bet is Thailand. I kind of feel like most foreigners kind of make that their trip around the world or something. Like, yeah, man, first I'm going to go to Vietnam, then I'm going to Thailand. Got to be Vietnam. I mean, not Vietnam, but the Philippines, then Thailand to the Philippines. They always want to make the comparison. And if I ever go, I will give you my God honest opinion. I mean, for a person, but it would suck though, because I'm comparing 10 years of experience in one country and probably less than a month in another. So it's going to probably be hard for me to explain my time in Thailand if I go, because it won't be the same, and I won't be dedicating the same amount of time to one place as I did to another. Yes, beer is way cheaper in the Philippines, man. Mm. Oh God, man, I ain't playing that game. Rain Man says, "Have you seen?" ah, I got a Rain Man. It's like a swole fatness, but dude, man, I look fucking weird. I mean, I do like my body type though. No homo. Like, I look okay, but I do need to work out. But I appreciate the comment. I mean, it'll work, bro. Thank you. You made me feel good about myself, man. 2019. I'm gonna be a little bit more confident in myself. But yeah, it's more of a swole fatness, but it works. I'm lucky, honest to God. No, I ain't gonna talk about myself because it's weird, but I'm actually lucky because like my upper body is like built different. So because of that, I can have a little stomach and shit, and it won't be like so dramatic that you be like, "Damn, this dude getting fat." You know, it kind of just blends in together a little bit, but you know that kind of works out too. But I do need to hit the gym again. But I'll take that one, man. I'll take that one. Take that shit all day. My man Serge in the building. What's going on, brother, man? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love. We are just talking about shout out to my man Serge. We're just talking about quick ways to travel in the Philippines, quick Philippine vacations, and how to, save a little bit of money when you're trying to make those moves to the Philippines, more specifically. Looking for a place to stay in advance, how long you need to wait before you're looking for a ticket, how far out do you need to book your ticket, all of this stuff. Oh man, my BMI sucks, bro. I'm bad. I don't even want to talk about that. That's bad. I checked my BMI before recently, and it is not good, man. I won't take that. I know that I'm over where I'm supposed to be. I'll tell you that. My man Malcolm says, "For them women with the baby blue eyes, like Ethiopian women." I have seen some ladies with some pretty blue eyes. I've seen it. Not in the Philippines, but like what you're talking about in Ethiopia, I have seen that one. My man Rob, I think you're right, man. As long as you've had pretty good experiences in the Philippines, you will be hooked for life. Whether you choose to go to other places, whether you choose to travel to other areas, it seems like most people tend to make their way back. Get lost. I don't know if that's paid for or not, but yeah, I have heard of that too. Mm. Man, me, myself, and I was good with you, man. He says, I think Thailand is more suitable for the foodie versus the Philippines. A lot of people complain about Filipino cuisine. Some even say it's horrible. I enjoy it. I enjoy Filipino food. Y'all know me, man. I basically grew up on it, so I've gotten used to it, and I think that it's definitely something that it's worth it to try it. If you don't like it, don't eat it. Now, I do not eat everything. I will honestly tell you, I cannot eat all Philippine foods, and that's for good reason. Some of that shit is just bad, bro. Some of it is just bad. My man says, in general, I think the Philippines is a better place to start than Vietnam. It's a challenge here to do anything. Oahu, dude, I want you to make some videos, bro. That's what I mean. Your channel, if you really wanted to have a channel, I know you don't care for it. I know you don't need it. But if you can find a way to put yourself behind the camera and just show what's going on, I would love to watch it because that's the type of stuff people want to see. No different than people traveling to the Philippines. They want to see it. And if you've never been to Vietnam, then, that's the type of stuff I want to see. He says, you lose weight in Davao, right? The diet and sweating. Oh, yeah, all day long. See, I think more so for me, I think personally I'm too I'm not where I want to be at because I remember where I was. That's all it is for me. So when I say I'm a little bit overweight, it's more so because I'm more overweight than I was when I was here a while ago. That's all it is. My man Malcolm says, I'm afraid one day I will be forced to eat dog or cat in Vietnam, which, by the way, they don't discriminate on nothing with 4 legs and can walk. That's a damn shame, bro. I can't. That shit weird to me. So my man Serge says his next trip is his first. He said my next and first trip is to the Philippines in 2020. Expect to go to Cebu, Bohol, Davao, Dumaguete, Baguio, and Cagayan Valley. Cagayan de Oro is a very, very beautiful place. I love Cagayan de Oro. I think it's a fantastic spot. No hatred in my body for Cagayan de Oro. You think that we're more accepted in Vietnam? I don't know about that one, man. You might be right, but I'm not gonna put my money on that one. I'm not gonna put my money on that one. Nah, me neither, man. I need to check the new videos, man. As soon as this live stream is over, I'm gonna go check that one for sure. Cause I mean, I know I could get a good feel of what's going on over there through him. Cause you know he's super analytical, man. He'll tell you what the fuck you need to know. Man. They do eat dog in the Philippines and probably Vietnam as well. You just got to be careful with what kind of meat you eat. Be careful with the meat you eat. All right, Jay, man. Have a good one, brother. Hope you have a good, man. I hope you have a good day, man. At least they told you it was dog, though. If you were offered it in Angeles, at least they told you that's what it was. Again, guys, these are the types of things that you need to prepare for when you're looking to take trips. If you're looking to spend as little money as possible, you're probably going to want to stick to the Carinderia foods in in some of the local areas. That'll definitely help you save money. But then again, that's not everybody's cup of tea, nor is it everybody's forte. But even if you are a big baller shot caller, even if you got the money, even if everything is bling, even if you wear everything that blings, I still think it's worth it to try it. Just to say you did it. Use it as one of those experiences to say, even if you try a little nibble of it, at least you tried it, right? They got something called crocodile, like, lechon. Crocodile lechon. And they stuff it with pig and some shit. This is the weirdest looking thing. But crocodile sisig and shit like that, people try that stuff. And, you know, at least you can say you tried it. That's kind of what it is for me. Best way to put it. Malcolm, you over here catching something, man. You can't be catching feelings in the chat, man. But yeah, I feel you, man. Some of them girls with them heels on make you feel a certain kind of way. Include me. Guys, I see we got about 24, maybe 25 individuals watching. Appreciate all of you coming through, showing some love to the good doc. Please make sure you get the likes up. Can somebody give me a quick like counter, please, so I can know where we are on the likes and whatnot? I would appreciate that. But whether you're on your way in or out, please make sure you get the likes up on the video. I highly appreciate it. My man Reginald says, better make sure that dog ain't got no rabies. That's true, man. That shit real true. Oh, God. A dog with rabies, bro. That should have had me feeling a certain kind of way, man. Oahu, dude, I am not going to do balut. Not now, not ever. It's not my cup of tea, man. Even my girl don't eat that, so I know there's something wrong there. If she don't eat it, I'm not going to eat it. I'll tell you that. I will never eat anything that she wouldn't eat first. That's what I will tell you. And she knows that. Ah, man, guys. All right. I think that we've touched on just about every... It tastes like crunchy chicken. I'm good, man, because I'm not about to eat no beak. I'm not about to eat no bones. I don't care how small that little thing is. I'm good to go. I think Jay has done the balut challenge more times than anybody can count. So for me to do it, I'd have to record it, and it ain't worth it because I'm just another black guy trying balut or some shit. So not happening, man. My man Serge, man. Serge, you know I got you, man. You've been coming through clutch, man. Every single day. I got you, man. You should email me, man. If you got, I got my other phone with me. But if any of you guys ever want to reach out to me, here, let me give you my email for those that don't read the description area. Hold on, let me check this out real quick. Give me a second, guys. It's gmail.com. I gotta type it in. That's my email. I'm using my other account because my other one's closed out. I'm using my other phone for something. But that's if you want to email me, and this is if you want to put me in Facebook Messenger. Mike Space. Oh, God. Like I said, man, if you guys want to reach out to the good doc, y'all go ahead and reach out to me. You know, I answer all emails. Never shied away from it. It may take me 24 hours, but normally never longer than that. All right, Serge, I appreciate you guys. I truly do. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and give my quick shout outs real quick. You know, I gotta touch everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. Awahudu says, when is your next live stream? Again, okay. Now, don't worry about it, Serge. If email works better for you, that's fine. I like to give people options. Some people hate email, some people hate Facebook. It's all good. But it's been determined by the votes. 24 likes. All right, Eyes on, appreciate you. It's been brought to my attention that you guys want me to go back to the old schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as far as live streaming is concerned. So I am taking the word of the chat. 62 votes. Thank you, all 62 people who chose to vote. I think the number was 50 something to 40 something. And you guys voted for me to go back to posting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming starting next Monday, this coming Monday. I'll post a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whether you get a message or not, whether it comes through or not, you're going to get a message. You're gonna want to catch the videos, okay? So I will make sure that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys come through. That's U.S. time. U.S. time. So it'll be 8 a.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, for sure. So my man Ed 22 to 24. I got it. Oh shit! How about that? Oh no, that's U.S. time. Eastern Standard is U.S. time. U.S. time. New York. Just look at New York time. New York time. That's the East Coast time right there, guys. All right. So that's when I'm going to post my videos from now on. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. And if I want to post another video, like 2 videos in one day, if you guys want a hold on, what was I about to say? Shit, I forgot my train of thought, guys. My apologies. But like I said, Eastern Standard Time, if I'm going to post 2 videos in one day, the first video will come out at 8 a.m. and the second video will come out at 4 p.m. Oahu dude, that makes, if it's 8 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. will be 9 p.m. EST, 9 p.m. Philippine time. Yeah, that's it. 8 a.m. will be 9 p.m. Philippine time. So that's going to be my new post schedule. It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it. All right. With that being said, the good doc has to go through and touch everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. So shout out to my man Oahu Dude Serge. Thank you for the support, my brother Daniel. Sorry, man, you did make it late. Ed, we got the win today, so we're gonna love that one. Eyes on, I appreciate you, man. Let's see who we got.
My man Rayman, as always. Reginald, my man Malcolm, thank you. Mr. Get Lost. My man Rob came through live in the Philippines, man. Thanks for the support, my brother. Jaws, much love to you, man. Who else we got in the building? MA, thank you for being here. Me, myself, and I. Thank you for being here. My man Rob, 100. Appreciate you being here. My man Jerry was here, man. Jerry, thank you for showing up. My man Derek, always here showing love, man. Thanks, my brother. Thanks for being here. My man, where we at? Captain Spalding, much love to you, man. Who else we got in the building? Devontae, man, I hope you enjoy your trip. I sincerely do. I'm going to get through it, guys. Don't worry about it. And then leave your name at the bottom if I missed you. My man MD, appreciate you being here. Who else we got? Fellow traveler, much love. My man Reggie, thank you for showing some love, man. I appreciate the support that you give your young brother too. My man Damon, appreciate you being here. My man World Traveler, man. My man BGC Mike, man. Much love to you. Lizzie, we love you, baby. I hope that you're having a great day. Don't know what you're doing, but thank you for showing up. Let me make sure I touch everybody. Come on, you know I got to do this the right way. My man Terry Edwards, much love to you, man. I know everybody's got things to do, so I'm going to go ahead and let you do your thing, and I'm going to go nurse this cold. My man MMA fan, appreciate you. Andy the Virgo, appreciate you being here. My man Trent Knight, much love to you, man. Showing love. Who else we got? My man Tim H. Allen, Mats, my man Byron, appreciate you being here. Ed, much love to you, man. Agnostics, and my man Paul Young. And with that being said, the good doc has officially touched everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. BK, much love to you, brother. We're about to let it go now. I know 8 a.m. is too early, but I want you guys to know that is the video time. So all you have to do, the reason that I'm posting early is so whether you get the notification or not, whenever you get up, whatever time it is in your home country, when I post, it's going to be there. So if you don't get a notification, if you do not get notified, at least you know the video was there. So regardless whether you get a notification or not, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the good doc is going to have a video. All right. I usually schedule my videos out, but if I don't schedule it, I'll have to manually do it, but I won't be too late manually delivering my videos, okay? I think I've done everything that I wanted to. I think I touched on everything that I wanted to. I like to leave the weekends free, but the weekends are for the podcast. So episode 2 of the Dr. Mike TV podcast comes out tomorrow. I will leave that link in the community section so that you guys can go check it out. It should be a fun one, getting into the groove of things. And then I'm going to have another podcast on Sunday. So for Saturday and Sunday, U.S. time, I'm definitely going to hook you guys up, all right? Hope you guys take time to go check it out and listen to it. I need you to give a like on the video or a like in the community section if you guys actually had a chance to check it out, okay? And I think that I've done everything that I needed to do. All right. We're good. Everybody's good. All right. Unless you guys have any more questions, I've said my shout outs. I've said my piece. Now it's time for me to go to Mercury Drug or Pharmacia, for my Rose Pharmacy or Pharmacia Southern or some shit like that to go get me some cold medicine or some shit. Your boy is feeling a little under the weather, man. This shit horrible. All right. So with that being said, I might come on tomorrow. I doubt it. I'm not sure if I'm coming on this weekend. But if I do come on, I'll tell you guys in advance. Maybe I'll do a pre-recorded video. Maybe. So I'll do a premiere instead of, whatever. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the good doc is officially out. At least knuckle. Paalam, which means we are going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Much love to you people. Peace.